everyone, welcome to our video on Puerto Morelos.
Wait, aren't we in Tulum?
We are in Tulum, but one of the reasons we're here is because this is an amazing thing that you can do if you are visiting Puerto Morelos. In this video, we're going to share with you a few other amazing things that you can do if you happen to be in town.
Okay, the number one thing that you have to do when you come to Puerto Morelos, of course, is go to the beach.
Absolutely.
The beaches here are fantastic. We've been to many beaches now.
Yes.
But I do find the Puerto Morelos beaches just to be just that perfect chill vibe that I really like at a beach.
Yeah, I mean, everything from the water, the color of the water temperature, the sand.
Yeah.
There's just like a little bit of a wave, but not too much of a wave, so there's no risk really. It's just like such a perfect experience.
So people will talk about the sargassum, which is the seaweed that kind of comes up onto the shore, and it is pretty bad here. However, they have these beach surf rakes. It's basically like a tractor that drags this rake and it cleans up the seaweed. Yep. And it allows the beach to be much cleaner. It's still gonna be there, but it's much nicer. It's not as unattractive. And the seaweed itself isn't actually that bad. It's not like it's slimy or repulsive in any way. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's just like a plant. It's not a big deal. You know, some people think there's a seaweed problem here, but it's really not that bad.
Puerto Morelos is not far from the world's second longest coral reef, second only to the Great Barrier Reef in Australia.
Yep.
And that means that there's all sorts of amazing marine life that you can see if you go on a snorkeling adventure when you're in town here. And there's a ton of different ones that you can do.
Yep.
We chose to do ours as a more private experience through Airbnb.
Yep.
And I wouldn't change a thing.
No,
it was
fantastic.
Fantastic. You got 2 jumps in the water through 2 different parts of the reef. And our guide was just like so awesome and fantastic and knowledgeable. I don't know, it's just like a totally different world underwater, and it's so cool. You can't miss it.
We couldn't put food in our food and travel YouTube channel if we didn't always say that you have to explore the local cuisine wherever you are. And here in Puerto Morelos, you will not be disappointed. There's a great food scene here. It's actually surprisingly good.
Oh yeah.
There are a whole bunch of different kind of styles that you can find here, from smaller, kind of cool, hole-in-the-wall type places to more established, a little bit upscale type places as well. Either way, the food has been fantastic here, and we highly recommend to definitely do a food tour, self-guided food tour. In fact, we're gonna make a video about some of the places we ate at, and I suggest you watch that as a way to sort of jump into the food scene.
One thing to not get taken aback by when it comes to food and drinks here in Puerto Morelos is the price.
Yes.
Everything is just a little bit more expensive than I think we were expecting it to be.
Yeah.
It's not crazy expensive, and honestly, you're getting really good food, so the quality and the price are like, they go well together.
Yeah.
But if you're expecting to come and just do like street tacos for just a few pesos, that is not really an option, so just be ready for that.
We should say that all of our food exploration took place in the hotel zone, which is down near the beach. We didn't go up into Colonia, which is the other side of Puerto Morelos. There probably are cheaper options there.
Yeah.
I did see some food stands when we were going through, so those kinds of things are around here. But we mostly just stuck to being near the playa, and it's been great.
Mayan culture and Mayan history is very important to this area. The Mayans were everywhere around here, all sorts of different places. And what that means is that there are lots of different ways that you can go and take in some of that culture and experience Mayan ruins.
Yes.
Tulum is like really cool. It's not super far from here. There's some really beautiful larger buildings there. The main temple, which is the one that's right on the ocean, is beautiful. The sort of palace, the government building, and just like the general sense of the area. Like there's lots of little buildings and like sort of bases of buildings around there. So I don't know, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of tourists there, so prepare yourself for that. If you're looking for a quiet experience, it might not be that for you, but you know, you just kind of get into it and maybe do a guided tour if you can, because that will help you to understand some of the history. But yeah, I mean, it's totally worth it. It's a great experience.
Of course, the most popular option is Chichen Itza. Everybody knows about Chichen Itza. It's something we decided to do in a future trip. We want to take a little more time to explore Chichen Itza, so we're going to save that for next time. Tulum, though, does not disappoint. Definitely worth visiting. One of the great things about Puerto Morelos and the whole Mayan Riviera is the wildlife. I mean, not just the wildlife in the water, you know, out at the reef, but also just on the land, all the things that you can find here. One of the ways to see some of that wildlife is to go to the Croco Cun. One of the ways to see some of that wildlife is to go to the Croco Cun Zoo. It's an interactive zoo, which is kind of different and cool. They allow you to touch some of the animals, and you get it. It's guided. The whole thing is guided. So you get a real understanding of the wildlife and some of the species they have. A lot of the animals in there, I believe, are rescue animals. It's not just great educationally, but it's a feel-good organization that you definitely feel like you want to support. It was really nice. It's only an hour, maybe 75 minutes to do the full tour.
I would say that it like exceeded my expectations. I was a little bit like iffy about the zoo. Let's put it that way. I wasn't sure how much I would love it. But it was a great time. Like, it was just really fun. The guide was so amazing. She was very sweet and knowledgeable, and yeah, I think it just kind of blew my mind. So
keep an eye on those spider monkeys, though. They will steal your stuff. So I lost 2 cameras.
Oh my god.
I lost my passport, and there's probably a spider monkey sitting on a plane right now on his way back to Canada. Well, good for him.
You can stay here instead.
Yeah, maybe I'll stay here. I'll just sleep at the zoo.
Wandering through Mexican shops and markets is always a fun thing to do. There are tons of crafts and beautiful pieces of art and all sorts of lovely things. Puerto Morelos has multiple different areas where you can do a little shopping. Down sort of the main road, Javier Rojo Gomez, there's several options for you. So if you just wander down that strip, you'll for sure find places to go.
Around the town square?
Yeah, around the town square. There's all sorts of different things. Some really quality stuff, some less quality stuff. You just have to be a little bit like discerning in your shopping. But I mean, if that's something that you're looking to do, is pick up a few things to take home, friends, family, yourself, there's lots of options here, and it's definitely an easy way to spend an afternoon.
Of course, any tourist area, there's going to be lots of like souvenir shops, etc. And so you have to kind of beware. So one little tip I heard another tourist do, which I thought was great, is she kept asking, is this made in Mexico?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's a good way to make sure that when you're buying something, that you're buying something you know, locally crafted and of value, not just to you, but to the craftsperson who made it.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
And another thing here that they have, a big shop, is the Chedraui.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
That is not necessarily where you'd go for like handicrafts and sort of artwork, but it is a big supermarket, and it makes like your life here very easy.
Yeah.
Great place to pop in and get drinks. If you've forgotten something, they absolutely will have it there for you, and you can buy food and whatever you need.
Puerto Morelos is, of course, on the Mayan Riviera, which faces east. And guess which way the sun rises? It rises in the east. So this is the perfect place to watch the sunrise. One particular morning we went down and watched the sunrise, and it was beautiful. As beautiful as I think you can imagine. It's just a great experience, and it's something we highly recommend to just kind of, you know, just kind of being part of the planet Earth. It's fantastic. I was really moved by it.
Me too. It was lovely and quiet down there, so it had sort of a peaceful vibe to it. There's obviously fewer people down there on the beach at sunrise. And, you know, everybody always talks about going to see the sunset, and that is definitely special, but there's something sort of extra special about the start of a new day, the beginning of something new, and it's just really cool to be there when that day begins.
So that's it for this video. We hope you liked our ideas about what to do when here in Puerto Morelos. It's really a town you should visit. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.